That's right. And Ed, I know you're busy, very, very busy, and I almost feel a little bit guilty taking time from you now because the storm is at our latitude or a little bit north and moving away from us. But first off, I've tried to tell everybody we're okay here in South Florida. It's only going to get a little bit worse in terms of what we're seeing now. The core is not coming here. Just back me up on this one, okay?
Right. And first, let me say thank you to you and all your colleagues in the media. So important that we have your help in getting the message out. We very much appreciate your efforts. And yes, South Florida, we're going to have these bands that are coming through now, probably through into tomorrow, with perhaps tropical storm force gusts down here and stronger to the north. But yes, the core of the hurricane is going to miss South Florida. It certainly would appear that way now.
Yeah, and of course people kept saying to me, are you sure, are you sure, are you sure? I was telling everybody, and I'm sure as you are, I wouldn't be making these statements if I wasn't sure. So in terms of the north, now the big trick is where our uncertainty is low, but folks up the coast, their uncertainty is very, very high because a little shift is a big deal for them.
Right, and I just put the forecast track up on behind me here, and at the moment the forecast we have is very much like it's been for the last day or two, with the center barely moving now, but perhaps beginning to make that west-northwest or northwest motion later tonight or tomorrow, and then taking a track that's about 50 miles offshore. And that's great if it stays that way because the hurricane force winds extend out about 35 miles to the west. But then if you just do your math, 15-mile deviation to the left, to the west would bring hurricane force winds right onto the coast.
All right, very similar to the Matthew situation. What's the sense of the storm surge threat up there?
Yeah, the storm surge threat is considerable. And in fact, the storm surge warnings and watches have been extended. It's really 4 to 7 feet, as you can see, all the way up the coast and up to off the Carolinas. It's more like 4 feet if the track is as forecast, with the center remaining about 50 miles offshore. If it gets closer, it could be as high as a 7-foot inundation. And anything over about 3 feet is considered to be life-threatening, and that's why we have a storm surge warning up. You can see this little red area here along the coast, all the way up into Georgia now, and a storm surge watch north of there into South Carolina.
Right. Okay, always great to see you. Thanks so much for